yes, young Africans, come on, let's discuss. Let us brainstorm together. There is one critical question I'll bring in this video. Young Africans, come on, come let's brainstorm together and solve this problem. Have you asked yourself, why is it that Africa is the youngest continent, but their leaders are the oldest? If you come to Africa, Africa has the oldest leaders. All the leaders in Africa are old. There is no young leader in Africa. Have you asked yourself the reason? Have you asked yourself, why is it that in some countries in Africa, many of their leaders have lived for almost 30 years, 40 years, and more than even? Why is it that many leaders started leading after the independence of that particular country, and they are still leaders in that country up to today? Have you asked yourself that question? Have you asked yourself, have you tried to find what could be the reason why that have been happening? For instance, if you go to Togo, if you go to Cameroon, you watch that their leaders are from 30 years in leadership, 20-something years in leadership, 40 years and 40-something years in leadership. Start from that very day that that country is declared free from their colonial master. They have only have one president, and there is no tangible development in those countries. Have you asked yourself why? So that is what we are going to be discussing in this video. I'm going to enlighten you guys the possible reason why Africa is the youngest continent, but their leaders, our leaders, are the oldest in the whole world. But before that, guys, let's go into this news in detail. Don't forget, for more updates, do well to subscribe and turn on your bell notification. Click on the like button and don't forget to share with us your own thoughts at the comment section. First of all, Africa is rich and we have everything to be first, to be number one in the whole world, But because of selfish interest, because of greed, that is why Africa is still where they are today. That is why we are still underdeveloped today. But why is it that Africa has the oldest president? Many of the leaders in Africa started right from that very day that their country is declared free from colonial masters. Number one reason why many Africans, their leaders are very old. They have been ruling right from the very day the country is declared free from colonial masters. There is one thing you don't know. Many of those colonial masters enter into a secret agreement with those leaders. Yes, we are going to appoint you. We are going to make sure that you are going to emerge as the leader, the first president of this country, but you are going to pay us in return. The person will say, oh, what could that be? What could be the price I am ready to pay? That is why Africa is still where we are today. That is why we are still where we are today in Africa. Many of those leaders have been paying from the day that that country is declared free from colonial masters. They have been paying and they have not paid finish up to today. Up to today, they have not still paid finish. That is why after every election, that is why the Oyibos, they are very smart, you know now. That is why they came up with what? Democracy. So that they will use that democracy to pin that particular leader who will be working in their own interest to remain in power in that country in Africa. That is why people like Popia of Cameroon is still there. If you go to Togo, the same thing. Kenya and so many African countries. That is why you will see their leaders staying into power for 30 years. Even if there should be a small shift, they will hand over to their son or their in-law to make sure that that agreement they had with the colonial masters are still intact. Because only them know the kind of agreement they had with the West. So they wouldn't want another person that is not close to their family to be the president, to be the leader, because the person might not keep up to the agreement. Do you understand me? Just like what is going on in Uganda, just like what is happening in Togo. You get it right. So guys, at this moment, these are the reasons why Africa is still underdeveloped, because I've never seen any leader in the West that is up to 80 years, but you can only see that in Africa because of the long agreement they enter into. They are still paying and paying and paying with our mineral resources, with the riches that God has blessed Africa with. They are using it to pay the colonial masters up to today. That is why currently in Cameroon, they are in the process for another general election. And guess what? Popeye will still remain in seat because France have been using him to get whatever thing they want in Cameroon. Indirectly, Popeye is not the main president of Cameroon, but their main leader, their main president is from France. Do you understand me? So the reason why African presidents are the oldest in the whole world is because of the long agreement they had with the West. Immediately, their country is being declared free from the colonial master. They enter into agreements. You must remain a leader until you die. And you are going to make sure that this agreement, you are going to meet to it until you die. Exactly what is playing out in Cameroon, so that we can have access to the mineral resources in your country. Can this happen in the West? Have you seen any leader in the West that is up to 80, 90 years? You can only see that in Africa. Africans, why? Is it not time that we, the younger generation, team up and send these men to exile, to send them where they belong to? At this stage in our life, we should be able to end this. Say no to old leaders in Africa because they can't offer us anything. They have nothing to offer us for over 30 years, for over 40 years, 20 years they have been in power. No change. Then for how long? Their time is long overdue. Young Africans, smart Africans, get up, rise up. The time is now. Say no to old puppets. We need younger generation, just like what is going on in Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traore is just 36 years old. You see the wonders he is doing in Burkina Faso. But other countries, you'll be seeing 80 years, 70 years, 90 years, even 100 years, close to 100, a president in Africa. And if you watch those old men, they have not offered Africans anything. They have not offered us any tangible development. That is why the West are frowning on military rule in Africa, so that they can have the access for that long time agreement they had with those people before they let them be, before they grant them their partial freedom, because there's no country in Africa that is free from colonial rule. Yes, we are not still free. We are not still free. In paper, we might be free, but in real sense, in practical life, Africans are not yet free from its colonial masters. We are not free. That is why they are frowning on military rule in Africa. They want to use that term, democracy, to keep on achieving their long-term agreements they had with Africans before they pronounce Africa in paper. You are free from your colonial masters. Do you get the point now? So based on what I've said in this video, what are your own take? Please do well to share with us your own humble opinion at the comment section. Africans, please, we can do better. We need better, and we can do better for ourselves to make sure we kick out all these old men in power. Their time has really been long overdue. They have to vacate the seat immediately. We need young and vibrant men like Traore to take up leadership in all African countries. This is what I'm saying in this video. Kindly share with us your own opinion at the comment section. God bless you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates.